meant to gain. 你要相信。哦，好可爱。Oh my god.
No, you have it in you. It's just a matter.
Today, we'll be tackling the Great Wall, stretching a whopping 21 kilometers in length. It makes up approximately half of the Earth's equator. But alongside that, there's more things to see, things to eat, and of course, local people to talk to. Well, small issue here. I am ethnically Chinese, but I was brought up in these lands in the UK. So, if you're wondering what it's really like as a Chinese-looking ass in the land of China, this is Beijing. The first day we landed, obviously, we had to go shopping around our area. The area was bustling, it was loud, there were so many shops open, the ideal authentic experience. Now, I was drawn in to this store because of the hairpins. These were about 4 yuan each, which is actually on the more expensive side in Beijing. But I didn't know any better at this time. I thought it was a good deal.
放这个上面，再盘一下，可以盘2下，叠到这个秃皮上。
哦，你看啊，是美女，是美女。
Luckily though, the hairpins in this store seemed pretty unique, so I was happy with the 4 yuan. But just be careful out there. Always double check the prices. After the hairpins, it was time to get blessed by Beijing's Temple of Heaven by touching balls.
Yo, I did not film.
Touching the ball, okay? Touching so many balls, oh my god.
Look man, this is normal behavior. In Chinese culture, touching gold on these doors promises prosperity and riches. Coming to China was an expense, so I needed all the help I could get. But little did I know, it blessed me with something different. Lang Lei.
你们都很漂亮，可不可以赢你们吗？什么？
You might see a lot of people dressed up in ge zhuang. And well, now I know how hard it is to pick up girls. Alas, the journey had to continue, and what we saw was extraordinary.
我们去看一下里面有什么东西。你看，是黑色。I just see black, bro.
But it was still cool to see the exterior designs and people dressing up in their outfits. Please be aware though, going to see these tourist attractions at the plight of summer heat is not the best idea, and it may lead to views like this. Anyways, after a scorching hot first day, we decided to call it a night after eating some authentic Beijing roast duck. Because climbing the Great Wall of China requires all of the energy we can get. The next day, we decided to get some nice Chinese breakfast.
早上好，早上好。今天我们去长城，我们吃粥，吃粥。Your favorite 粥？小笼包，看我吃吧。看我吃。
Our first morning of Beijing, we opted for one of the more classical Beijing options, zhou, which is Chinese porridge. Mixed with this, we also had the Beijing xiaolongbao and also youtiao, fried dough, that you usually mix with your zhou. Also, people in China are very accommodating.
你们在英国出生的，在英国出生。那个英镑是什么样的？英镑，你们有吗？
应该有啊。那是我们的Queen，我是 Queen 王。我没有看到 RMB， 因为你们都用微信。
你们英国没有啊？
对啊。
英国没有微信。
对啊，我们有
Google， 很少用。
有支付宝。
这才开始用啊，是为了在中国呢，我们就用支付宝，用微信。
哦，你们户籍是英国的，是中国的？
他们都是英国的。
哦，你是中国的？
不，我是马来西亚。
哦，马来西亚。
In London, I didn't really see waiters really coming out of their way to chat with the locals. But in China, they are very happy to come have a conversation with you. Even the customers.
你们今天安排看什么？
今天去长城。
长城。
我们也是，你们可以做我们的辅导。
我也做不了，我们也是第一次。那你慢慢吃。
好，谢谢。我们都吃完了，吃得很饱，父亲时间。哦，是3月大件。野菜，它真的好棒！我们也要买蛋，like 鸡蛋可以吃。It's so yum. 扫卫星，
吃早餐啊，吃吗前面？
订滴滴去长城，下次见。
Didis are basically taxis in China. Very efficient and fast. All you need to do is download the Didi app, link it with your WeChat to pay, and you're good to go.
光纤迪老，是我们的大车。
Oh, a bit of context. Our cousins were running a little bit late, but shout out to this tour guide. He'd actually planned a route so that we could somehow meet our cousins in the middle.
他们很快回来，他们说在滴滴上里面，现在在滴滴。等着我们的表哥，他们迟到了。
那4位的话，很快能到。我们是4位，然后6位会来。很快能到。找位置。对。
谢谢。
行，您的手机号。非常的过小刀，非常荣幸。首先呢，说一下我们今天的一个行程安排。早介绍大家，我们去往
晒了，晒，哇塞，有很多东西可以买，我们在逛街。有家的拉布布，保持你的皮肤状况。
也开车，
好期待，
真的很高兴。
How quick we can？
哎，讲中文，讲中文，哎，讲中文，你失败了。我们玩滑道，首先玩滑道。我的家人都参与我们的挑战。
什么挑战？
哦，我的讲中文，
讲中文。
你已经失败了，你 out。
我一直都在讲中文。
你没有跟我讲。哎，讲中文。
But before we could even get far, we were met with an obstacle.
哎，好玩。
可以。
所以我们坐缆车上，然后下面我们他被骂了。
A lot of people who don't really understand Chinese think that locals are angry with you when they raise their voice, but I promise you, it's just a culture thing. Culture, guys.
等车来了，突然出现，他撞你，很紧张。这个很荒谬，感觉不安全吗？救命！哇！所以我们最后可以玩。如果你害怕高的地方，不能
畏高症，
不把在你的攻略。喂 ，I wanna crash into them。
其实不快，
比较慢，
对慢，它是平，不是很
比较慢。我的，他就在抓我，哇，很漂亮。你在做。
飞行加速拉后停车啊！转弯转哪里？身体要同方向，转左。
哦，他们走吧。啊！
我帽子摘了。
好麻烦。我很顺利，我好厉害。你好。哇！很吵哎！哇！为什么那么靠近？太靠近了。这声音是什么？哈哈。加速！哎，终于好玩。哎，哦流，因为它喷水。哎，屁屁。Basically， 我们吃到一个小吃，但我的弟弟删除了，我们立刻再拍精彩包，然后鸡蛋茶 ，they boil the egg with the 茶，真的非常好吃，我要天天重复吃，真的好美味。现在我们在度过时间，等着我的表哥。
And of course, I also had to let them know about the challenge they were to undertake.
我们都讲中文24小时。
How long was the wait?
我们买了一个小吃给你们。Yeah， 所以
因为你问我的生日了。
鸡蛋，每天吃鸡蛋。 斗彩蛋，斗彩，呀，爸爸彩呀，对对，斗彩，留给你们。在巴士吃，吃什么呢 ？You're testing our patience.
After going through the cable cars, we finally arrived at the Great Wall. Standing on it felt surreal. I mean, look at this view.
是很好的风景，天气也很好。
And with the view, we of course had to find the best place to take a picture.
What is this?
Even better though, we saw actual cats. I don't even know how the cats climbed up here, but if you're lucky enough, maybe you'll also be able to see them. We also decided to do other pointless things to waste our energy. You know, like running.
他们很快。要什么呢？ What was the point of running?
And jumping.
Olympics. You're right.
Come on.
准备好。3、3、2、1。
You can do it.
No, you have it in you. It's just a matter of doing it. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a mental game. 你要相信。
After exerting all our energy for no reason, we decided to go running again. We gave up very soon though. I was breathing so hard, I didn't even need to add sound effects. It felt like the walk was endless.
加油！
加油！你看，你后边30。我们在最高的会有很多满足感。
And when I saw that the steepest part was yet to come, it was Jova. Look how damn steep these steps are. I almost couldn't believe it when we finished. Taking in the view, taking in the steps that we climbed, it was worth it.
最后，辛苦。
And not soon after, the rest of the group piled in. Yeah, we did it. When you see the top, you really do start to understand why the Great Wall of China is one of the great wonders of the world. The infrastructure is honestly breathtaking. Shrouded in trees and just nature, it's honestly a sight that I will never forget.
我们回家了，回家了，天哪！
As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
回家了，今天真的是好累，今天真的是好累的一天。
我的妈妈给我一个主本，因为我的中文不太好。There is a saying， 有一句话，不爬长城不是好汉，所以我们爬了长城，我们非常有好汉的。不是，我们是好汉的。Oh my god， 我真的好累，我真的好累。